welcome everybody to another round of World of Tanks subscriber replays. My name as always is Maxwell, and today's first video is from the user Mayola. That's Mayola, and he's driving the WZ-111-1-4 on an encounter battle on Himmelsdorf, the WZ being the tier 9 heavy tank for the Chinese. There's been an encounter battle, the capture point's all the way on the left-hand flank there on the train tracks, as you can see, and with Mayola spawning halfway down the road, just decides to head straight down the banana road rather than turning and heading up the hill with his allies. Now, this can prove to be either a detriment or a benefit, depending how you play it. But as you can see, quite a lot of the allied tanks have actually decided and opted to take the hill there. So they should have enough forces up there to survive and do pretty well in that fight. And with Mayola being down here, pretty much uncontested, as you can see. There's nobody really gone to this road. He should be able to get in and around some of the enemy tanks. You can see there was already a T-69 spotted out earlier, making his way to the train tracks there. So Mayola just going to try and flank around. As you see, he waited a little while on the banana road. That was just to give anybody else who's heading this way on the enemy team a chance to get into position, just so that he doesn't get caught out in the open and spotted as he's making his route. Because you see, if he'd come through a little faster, there you go, it may have run headlong into the enemy artillery. Artillery trying to make a run for it, but gets himself taken out, and that is kill number 1 for Mayola. So finds an STA1 looking in the wrong direction, obviously not paying attention to his minimap, or he would have seen that Mayola's here. Almost certainly knows that Mayola's here now, as he takes 490 damage through his side armor. Decides to start backing off. Hasn't put his turret onto target yet, so could have probably at least aimed in the direction and possibly gotten a shot back on Mayola, so a little bit lucky there. Chooses to come around this way. Hopefully the T-69 isn't paying attention either and hasn't noticed why the STA-1 is backing off. He's been spotted out by something. There we go. STA-1 comes around the corner, takes a big hit in the face, and even takes 307 damage from ramming. STA-1 tries to back off, but just hits the rubble pile, so decides to try and make the best of a bad situation and sneak past Mayola here, but not quite able to do that either. So not taking very much damage here. All the shots from the STA-1 seem to have bounced or just done damage to the tracks. T-69 here can't put a single bit of damage through the armor of Mayola here, and it looks like he's actually reloading now, as he hasn't fired a shot for a while. Mayola's just got to be careful, putting another shot through the turret ring there, and then a 110 turns up to offer some support. And the two of them should just be able to work this T-69 down now that he's reloading. And that is kill number 3 for Mayola. So 2 heavy tanks in the area now, making a big difference to this battle. There's a Type 64 come around behind this T-95, going to be harassing him. Looks like the T-95's actually looking at the 110, so Mayola should just be able to get around behind him. No problem whatsoever. Going to put some damage through the rear armor there. The Type 64 still putting damage down himself. The T-95's not going to be able to do anything to get out of this situation. Just going to wait until the reload happens, and then kill number 4. So the 3 of them able to quickly work down that T-95 and the 2 medium tanks that were in the area. As you can see, there's a Pershing appeared over on the left-hand side there. Mayola just trying to decide on the best way to tackle him. Looks like he's actually taking cover behind the ruined building there to try and duel with this M103. Not really expecting to see a heavy tank come into view from behind. Mayola just waits till he gets close enough, gets a guaranteed hit, and then comes in for the ram. Gets another good chunk of damage, ramming damage there. So as you can see, this thing must weigh a decent weight, as he's able to consistently do decent damage from the ramming there, and still taking no damage. So nice bit of armor on this vehicle, not only bouncing and taking no damage from people, but it's also got the weight to be able to come in and do some significant ramming damage to people. So he's just going to be trying to hunt down this T-21 now, which is flying around in the area. He's not really going to be much of a threat, but just going to try and find him. Looks like the allied team has significantly lost ground on the hill there. Oh, there's the T21 there. Meola not quite got the turning circle to be able to keep his speed while getting around here. Looks like this T21 probably will get away. Might be able to get one shot through his rear. Takes his time. Wow, what a snapshot there. Gets a kill number 6 and a Top Gun medal, picking up the kill on the T21 there. So absolutely awesome shot there. But as you can see, the enemy's made short work of the last remaining defenders from the hill, and now they are flooding down towards the cap circle. Oh, just took that shot way too quick on the Lorraine there, but the Ferdinand not too quick, and he's able to finish off that Lorraine. Meola still coming into position. Waits till his gun's almost reloaded. Pops himself around the corner. A little bit unlucky to bounce on the M103 there, but he did have that Ferdinand as support, but the Ferdinand got himself taken out. He has got the allied M103 somewhere, so just going to pop himself around. Decides to have a shot at the T28 prototype instead, but the troll armor of the T28 prototype just says, nope, you shall not. And takes another big hit from that M103. The M103 getting pretty confident of himself now that he's got Meola down to 185 hit points. Meola's just trying to push him back. Decides to switch to gold rounds just to make sure that he gets this kill done, because let's face it, you don't want to... Oh, this is looking pretty damn risky. Just one more hit from this M103 and he bounces! Wow, absolutely stroke of luck there from Meola, just bouncing that shot from the M103, and then he's able to take him out and pick up kill number 8, and that is a Radley Walters medal. So now he's just got this T28 to deal with, but it looks like his allies have got that all sewn up, and the Type 64, who's been having a pretty good game himself, comes in from the north and finishes him off, and that just leaves a T32 and an AT-15 to deal with for the 5 tanks of the allied team. Well, they know exactly where the T32 is now, as he's heading over to the base to do a capture. So we're going to see if Meola can pick up a Pools medal, but to be honest, it's looking pretty unlikely, considering he's going to have to kill this T32 and then quickly get across to the AT-15. Oh, very nice chunk of damage through the sidearm of that T-32. He has just got to be careful, though, because with only 180 hit points, he is pretty much one shot from death from anyone. Not sure how healthy the AT-15 is looking. Doesn't look like very healthy. Gets the rear armor of the T-32, and that is kill number 9. And that just leaves the AT-15, and the M103 just gets sick of his bullying and decides to take him out, and that is GG and the game. So absolutely awesome replay there from Meola, picking up a monster 9 kills and almost 6,500 points of damage on Himmelsdorf. So absolutely awesome replay from you. Thank you very much for sending that one in. Stick around, because as always, the score screens and another game are coming right up. And our second replay of the day is from the user Tractor Slowpert. That's Tractor Slowpert, and he's driving the T-34-3 on a standard battle on the Abbey. T-34-3 being the Tier 8 medium tank for the Chinese. This thing is a pretty good tank, as you can see from the shape of it, modelled very heavily off the T-54 Russian medium tank. Gets some good sloping on the front and also on the turret. So this thing is a pretty good vehicle. If you were looking for a good Tier 8 medium tank, then I would definitely suggest having a try of this one and seeing what you think. Like I said, it's got some good sloping on it and good armor because of that. As you can see, very similar to the Type 59, but not quite as troll as the Type 59 is. That thing is just unbelievable. So anyway, back to this replay. Slowpert going to be, should I call him Tractor, is going to be heading to the central courtyard first of all. Going to see who he can quickly spot out and see if he can take some quick shots of people. Got to be careful here because, yeah, I was just going to say, he may have been proxy spotted by that T-71 there. Even so, takes the time to get a shot at that Nashorn. Nashorn putting a couple of shots through the front of Tractor here, so he's really got to be careful. Probably not faded away just yet. Takes 3 big hits from that Nashorn, but at least gets to kill him in return. Nashorn just relying a little bit too much on his camo and cover there and just gets himself taken out. So that T-71 doing a good job for the enemy team. Tractor just drops back until his camo re-initializes. SU-100 comes around the corner. Looks like he's going to be trying to sneak through the secluded archway there, but either he's a little bit too fat or he gets dissuaded by Tractor there from taking a big hit in the front. And has his shot, totally misses there, so Tractor just pushes himself out, takes another shot and picks up kill number 2. So far having a pretty good game, but lost a significant amount of hit points already, so he's got to play a little bit more carefully. Turns his attention to the left-hand flank where the enemy's pushing pretty significantly. Most of the allied team seems to be camping at the moment. Got a KV-3 playing base defense, although there's nobody to defend against at the moment. And Tractor decides to come down and try and assist his ally in the Type 59 there. Gets a good hit on the T-71 as he tries to flee away, then picks up kill number 3. So was thinking about transitioning across that other flank there, but spots out the enemy's artillery and just thinks to himself, well, I'm going to take this guy out and pick up kill number 4. So hopefully it looks like the base defenders and the the tank destroyers may be able to defend against the rush that's happening from the left-hand flank. Just because the Type 59 and Tractor here have got their own problems to deal with. There's a Hellcat and the KV-3 coming in to try and assault. So Tractor's just going to go and assist his ally in the Type 59 and pick up kill number 5 in the process. So now they're going to have to try and work down this KV-3, except the KV-3 takes out the Type 59. So now Tractor's going to have to try and do this on his own. As you see, has a pretty good cannon on this T-34-3. Does take quite a long time to reload though, so you have to factor that in when assaulting these heavier tanks here. But as you can see, this KV-3 is getting pounded from the allies who came in from the attack on the right-hand flank. And indeed, that is the KV-3 taken out by the IS-3. So kind of playing a bit of a mirror match here. You can see the enemy team, takes a big hit in the side there from the IS-6. Actually, he didn't. That was all absorbed by the tracks. I don't think he actually took any hit point damage. So anyway, you can see the enemy team is sweeping in pretty heavily from the left-hand flank, while the allied team pushes in pretty hard from the right-hand flank. Tractor just gets himself up there, takes out the T-34, and that is kill number 6 and a Top Gun medal. Decides to head back to the courtyard now to try and take up a sniping position to try and fend off the guys who are attacking the base, because all they've got in there is that Hellcat, who's somehow managed to get around behind the enemy in that KV-3. The armour of the KV-3 is going to prove invaluable, and hopefully the guns of the allied team are going to be able to work some people down. That Tiger P is pushing directly on the KV-3, so you're going to see if we can get a shot through onto him. Got to be careful here, because a lot of the KV-3 is actually blocking the Tiger P, and that shot goes high and wide and just about misses there. He's going to sit and wait for his reload as an IS-3 comes in. Looks like he's going to try and take out the Tiger P first, with him only having 18 hit points. That could have been an easy kill, but it looks like he's just going to back off instead. Shot again going high and just missing out that IS-3, but it looks like both of them are just focused, both of them being the Tiger P and the IS-3, focused on that KV-3. Probably don't even know that Tractor's here. Almost certainly knows that he's here now as he takes out that IS-3, and that just leaves a T-32 as the Tiger P's been taken out by the KV-3. But I don't think they've got anybody in the area to do any spotting damage. That's a good shot on the T-32, taking him out, and the tracks are gone as well. That KV-3's actually survived, so he's doing a good job of being a bit of a bullet sponge here. Looks like the T-32 just about burned down from the fire of that Hellcat before Tractor was able to take him out. But it looks like the Allied team did a good job of getting in and... well, they've been capping for quite some time now. Just unfortunate that a T-43, I think it was. Not really sure, but that IS-6 is laying down some good damage onto the Allied team as they try and decap. There must be that T-34-3, the enemy T-34-3, somewhere in and around the cap circle because he's just keeping the allied team spotted, and that IS-6 is laying damage after damage onto them. So going to have to play this one pretty carefully. As you can see, most of the people have actually vacated the cap circle there, just either to give Tractor a chance to kill the IS-6 and the T-34-3, or because they don't really want to get shot anymore by this IS-6. So the Hellcat and the T-34-3 of Tractor here just coming in on the IS-6. It's just going to be one more shot if he can take him out. Lets his gun aim in, takes the shot, and that is kill number 8. So that just leaves this T-34-3 on the enemy team. Not really sure where it is. It's actually in the centre there. So a little bit weird how everybody drove past him and nobody really knew where he was. But he's actually on full hit points. So not really sure what he's been doing for most of the game. Been sat in the centre. Maybe he's AFK. Because they're not really, doesn't really look like he's been doing anything. Tractor just taking a little bit too long in typing there. Oh, I was just about to say that was some great teamwork there. They drove out of the cap circle just to allow the guys the chance to take out this T-34-3. So absolutely brilliant teamwork from them. So it does look like this guy is AFK. So just going to take him out, pick up kill number 9 and the victory. His teammate comes in and shoots him in the side just for his supposed shot blocking. But anyway, that was still an absolutely monster replay there from Tractor Sloper, picking up 9 kills, 3,500 points of damage, and doing great work for his team. So absolutely awesome replay from you. Thank you very much for sending that one in. Don't forget, if you've got yourselves a good replay, please send that in to replay@screenreality.com. Link for that is in the description. If you enjoyed this video, leave me a like or favourite, stick a comment in the comment section below, let me know exactly what you thought. And if you're not already, please consider hitting that subscribe button for more content like this in the future. I've been Maxwell, this has been World of Tanks, and I will catch you guys next time.